Well, hello there. How are you doing today? Do you feel like doing a little bit of DIYing with me today? Well, come on in and let's get started. What do I have going on for you for today? Today I have got a fun project that I have kind of been tossing around in my head for about a year and a half now. And you know what? I've decided that now is the time. I'm ready to do this, and boy oh boy is it going to be an amazing project. About a year and a half ago, Kayla started a sourdough starter from scratch, and she named it Benjamin. And this sourdough starter has evolved and matured. It's turned into an amazing tasting sourdough starter that she has made a lot of amazing sourdough recipes with the sourdough itself and the discard. The discard recipes are amazing. They're fun. We always look forward to them. And it was around that time when Kayla really started getting it down, making sourdough, and the technique that she wanted a micro bakery. Well, over this last year, not only has she been doing sourdough, but I have started making cake pops. And I had gotten on the side of TikTok of making cake pops and decorating them. And it was something new, it was something fun, and I've been having a lot of fun doing it. And so today I'm gonna be putting together and making a micro bakery. And this is gonna be in two parts because it's a bit on the longer side, and I have got an idea of how I want this to be, how I think it's gonna look. I just can't wait to get started implementing it and see how it turns out. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna quit my gabbing, let's jump into it, and let's do some DIYing, and let me show you how I'm going to make a micro bakery for my neighborhood. Let's get to it. This is yet another example of one of those times where I got really excited about a project. I started it and I didn't pull out the tripod and the camera until after I started it. I picked up this retro rolling cooler on Amazon and this money box, this metal money box. They were sold separately. I attached the money box where the bottle opener would have been because there were screw holes already, and so it was a perfect place to attach the money box. And that is really as far as we have gotten, or I have gotten, with this project so far. I did have to assemble the legs and the bottom part and the wheels of the cooler itself. I will link this cooler and the money box in my Amazon storefront. So if you're interested in this project and you want to do it, you can see the items I got. Just click the link in the description box below. I went with white. They had a lot of really fun colors, but for me, I really kind of wanted to go with the black and white enamel look and really stick with the farmhouse feel and look for what I'm envisioning. And I'm really hoping that this turns out the way I'm envisioning it. We'll see. So come along and let's move on with this project. With this, I wanted to make some kind of a canopy or an umbrella and make it look like something more than just a cooler, a retro cooler on wheels, a cart of sorts. And so I wanted to give it kind of that boutique-y farmhouse stand feeling. And so originally I was thinking I would build one with wood, but once I got to thinking, I thought, okay, self, where are you going to store this? And that is just gonna be an issue. And so I decided to go the route of PVC because that would then give me the capability of disassembling it, and it would make storage way easier. So I did make a trip to Lowe's, and I picked up, I want to say 5 or 6 5-foot pieces of PVC, and I'm going with the 3/4 inch because I wanted something a bit thicker for substance and sturdiness. And because it's white, it's going to make it easier to paint. It's going to blend in with the cart, and I think it's going to work perfectly. And so I decided that I wanted to go with a 5-foot stand. Now this is gonna be 5 feet from the ground up, and I didn't want to worry about having to attach it to the cooler and jeopardizing the integrity of the cooler itself, because I do need the items that are gonna be in this cooler to stay cool. And so I thought, okay, if I just make a floor to the top of the canopy type of stand, it will work, or holder, I guess it will work. And so you'll see where I'm going with this. Now, instead of cutting this with PVC scissors or cutters, because it's really hard to get a straight cut, I decided that I was gonna go the route of using my saw, my cutter, my blade. And so that way it's gonna give me nice, clean, straight cuts. My measurements are gonna be perfect, and it's gonna be a lot quicker and take less strength, because if you've cut through PVC with those cutters, you know it could be a bit hard. And so, yeah, I'm gonna go and cut this, and I will meet you back here. I also picked up a bunch of fittings, and that is the glorious thing about using PVC is, again, it's gonna give me the ability to disassemble and reassemble this easily for storage. Now, when picking up the PVC, I did pick up, I wanna say 5 or 6 5.5-foot pieces, and they were $3.80 a piece. And I spent, I wanna say, a total of under $30 for all of the PVC and the fittings. When sizing this, it took me a few tries to get it just right, of actually cutting it, putting it together, and putting it around the cooler to act. And this is where I ended. I went with 5.5 feet, I wanna say, and it's fit snugly, so I feel like once I give it a good coat of some white primer and a satin white finish paint, it's gonna take away all the red and black markings on the PVC, and it's gonna blend nicely in with the cooler. And here at the bottom, I didn't do a crossbar of the PVC along the front because I just felt like that was gonna look funny, so I left it open, capped off those ends just to finish it off, and I feel like it just kind of gives it its place to be this cooler, and this is gonna add again to the stability of the canopy, I guess. I will tell you, for about a month now where I live, it has been windy as all heck. Windier than it has ever been in the 20-30 years that I've lived here. And so today I woke up extra early just to get out here before the wind started. I want to say that I'm painting this at like 7 in the morning, and I just wanted to get it done. Again, I'm starting off with just a Rust-Oleum primer, a white primer, because I had already tried just to do the white paint, but the red was bleeding through. And so I thought, okay, self, there is no cutting corners here. You're gonna have to primer this. I gave it a good coat of primer. It covered up all those markings. And once it dries, I'll go in with a Rust-Oleum satin white. I didn't want to do a high gloss, and I'll cover that primer with it, and this is gonna look like all one cohesive piece. I cannot wait, I'm so excited. Now for the canopy, I wanted to go with a cream colored fabric, and I was preferring to go with a canvas. And what do you know, to my surprise, Walmart had 2 yards of this Waverly fabric on an end cap for $13.88. And so I just thought, wow, it was meant to be. I picked up a couple. Now this canopy only took 1 2-yard bundle, and I actually did it 2 layers thick because I wanted the fabric just to be a bit more thicker and not so flimsy. In the wind, I wanted it to kind of be weighed down. The color scheme that I'm going for this bakery is going to be the creams and browns and that sepia tone. I feel like that's just going to give it the country cottage look that I'm going for. In making the canopy, I wanted to keep it simple. As I do know how to sew, there is a limit to my abilities when it comes to that. And so I know what my limitations are, but I knew that I could work around those limitations. Although I would have loved to have had a scalloped type look in the front of this stand with the canopy, I just knew that if I tried to do that, I was gonna make a mess out of it. And so I decided just to go with something simple, and simplicity can sometimes just work as well. So I'm gonna stick with just straight edges and make it kind of a square cover that wraps around, I guess, the whole frame, the PVC frame. And I think that that's gonna look cute. I've done my measurements, and I am not a big measuring person or pinning person. I just kind of wing it. I'm sure there's probably a more efficient way to do this, but I do it the way I know how, and I get the job done. And I think that I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this turns out okay and it doesn't look completely uneven. I think if it looks a little uneven, I'm okay with that because it'll add to the rustic, warm feeling of this stand that I'm going for. I did all of the designing for this bakery stand using Cricut Design Space and Canva. Both of those are really great tools to utilize if you have them, that really make it easy to personalize something like this and brand it and make it your own. And that was what I was really going for with this stand. I wanted to make it a brand, and I wanted it to feel authentic, but I wanted to stay true to my personality and giving it that cozy farmhouse, homestead, homemade, boutique-y feel that I really wanted to go for, that I was envisioning for this stand. For the canopy, I did want to add the name of our bakery to it, and so in Cricut Design Space, I went ahead and designed the name of our bakery, and I cut it out using heat transfer vinyl, which will make it easy for me to adhere onto the canopy. Just with an easy iron, and I think it's going to look amazing. One of my favorite parts of DIYing and crafting is actually watching a project grow and evolve and come together, and how it comes together in pieces and over time. And so on this day, it took me about 2 days to do this canopy. I wanted to get the canopy completely sewn and put together before I put the vinyl on, because I just didn't want to risk it coming out uneven or crooked. And so yeah, look at how fun this is gonna be. I am so excited. I love using heat transfer vinyl. This was such a fun addition to this canopy, and I think it's really just gonna elevate it and finish it off and give it more of that branded, authentic look that I'm going for. I was about to say drumroll please, and as I'm looking at this footage, I'm like, wait a minute, where is the vinyl on this? Yeah, I put this footage in the wrong spot, or I thought I had put the vinyl on it already, but you can see here that this is how it is fitting, how I wanted it to fit, to cover. Now on the inside of this, up by the corners, I did add ribbon to tie to all of the posts, the PVC posts, to actually keep the canopy from flying off. Because again, I live in the Windy City right now. I'm super happy with how the edges look. I think it's perfectly imperfect. Let's take a look at how this looks with the vinyl. For the front of the ice chest, I knew that I wanted to design something that really drew people's eye to the bakery stand itself. Something that screamed homemade, handmade, kind of that homestead feel with the country cottage farmhouse vibe to it as well. I had an idea of what I wanted to create for the logo and how I wanted to do it, and I knew I could do that using Canva. And so again, I just headed on into Cricut Design Space to create the decal for the name of the bakery itself, because I did want to add that below the logo using just a regular permanent black matte vinyl. This bakery stand is really meant to be just kind of a neighborhood bakery, and it is going to be on the honor system. So with that being said, I did want to make 3 different payment types available. I decided to go with cash payments if people wanted to pay cash, because not everybody uses apps or money apps nowadays. And so that was why I bought this cash box. And so I wanted it to be pretty clear where the cash goes. And I also wanted to go the route of using Venmo and Zelle. And you can easily do that just by having your QR code visible for people to scan. And I'll show you that a bit later when we get to that part. But for now, because I had already been in Cricut Design Space creating the design for the front of this, I figured I'd cut out any and all vinyl decals that I was going to need for this and just get it done in one shot. And there really wasn't a lot. It was really just to the front of this cooler. Now for the logo, I decided to go with this Avery DIY glossy clear sticker paper. This was the route I wanted to go because I wanted to add a color to it, and I didn't think I could do that using Cricut Design Space and vinyl, so I figured the best way to go about that was to use a clear sticker paper. And I created this logo in Canva, then I imported it into Design Space, and I used the print and cut feature to actually print it, then cut it out with the sticker paper. So this is going to be easy to actually apply and adhere to the cooler. And because it was a white background, because of the paper that the sticker actually adhered to, I knew how well the color was going to stand out once I applied it to the cooler. And so I'm sure there's probably a different way to do this, but this was the way I felt comfortable, and it gave me the outcome that I wanted. And because I used a clear sticker paper, once it actually had a few days to sit on the cooler and adhere, you couldn't even tell that it was a sticker. And it's a great way to actually add a logo onto something that has color, and it really makes it easy. And again, using Canva, it is such a great tool to use and is so helpful in creating a logo that you actually feel like you created and personalized for whatever it is that you're creating a logo for. Oh my word, can I please just say it, because I feel like it's been forever since I said it. This is so stinking cute. I absolutely love the way this is coming together and the way it's turning out. It is exceeding what I envisioned in my head for this. And with that, I am gonna call it a day. We're gonna call this part 1, and you will wanna stay tuned for part 2 for the finish of this and how it actually turns out and what all we do to it next, because you're not going to want to miss it. Okay, so I am super excited with how this is coming along, how it's turning out. I can't wait to get started and show you part 2 of this and how it ends up, and actually show you where it's going. I hope you all enjoyed the first part of this, and I hope that maybe if it's something you wanted to do, or maybe it wasn't something you wanted to do, maybe it's put some thoughts in your head if you're into baking, and it inspires you to do your own neighborhood bakery like I am. You'll want to stay tuned for part 2. So until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, you know what I'm gonna say. Stay positive, please, because I'm sure trying. Bye for now, everybody.